Hey guys, so I'm gonna wait and I'm also just gonna tag some people that I see on just because that's what I do. And if you are watching, make sure that you tag your team members so that we can train all the people, talk to all the people, build our businesses, do all the things. So, like I said, tag any of your friends or your teammates while I am just going through and tagging some people. Okay, y'all, so I wanted to come on here and just talk sponsoring for a little bit. This is something I'm going to try and be really intentional about over this next week and just talking about some different things, okay? So you guys know how passionate I am about sponsoring because that is the number one way to build a big business as well as bless all of the people, right? And so something I know that holds a lot of people back is hearing the word no or being left on red. And I get it. I've been there. But what you need to realize is that getting the yeses is the destination. That's where you want to be. But hearing the no's, that's how you get there. And the only difference between a superstar director and a certified consultant is the amount of times that we've heard no. We're no different. But we found a way to take the no's and run with it instead of letting the rejection or whatever it is you're feeling inside crush you. Because that is what happens to a lot of people, and I get it. But now I'm at the point where I ask so many people to join, I don't know who says no. I don't know who just leaves me on red because I'm paying attention to the ones who are feeding in and who are communicating with me. So I'm going to challenge you guys to go for the no, because if you aren't hearing no, you're not asking enough people. If you don't already have a dream team list written down, you need to go and write that down. And I'll talk about that here in a second. But when I say dream team list, it's not just one sheet of paper. I have multiple sheets of paper of people that I want on my dream team. Because I'm not playing it small. And I'm going for the no. And so I want you guys to realize that the yeses live in the land of the no's. And you have to be asking people to even hear those. So when you are not asking somebody, you are depriving them of that opportunity. And I want you guys to realize that it's not your job to judge whether somebody wants to join this business or not. You don't get to decide for that. You don't have that power. But if you aren't asking them or you're scared to talk to them, somebody else may get to them and they may be like, oh yeah, I kind of have thought about it, but my consultant has never asked me. Do people know that you want to grow your team? So do not prejudge somebody. You should be asking everyone always. Ask everyone always. If you haven't heard 15 no's in the last month, you're not asking enough people. And if your dream team only has 5 people in it, you're not asking enough people. You don't have enough people on your dream team list. You need to go and think about anybody. Go through your social media. Go through your best customers. A lot of people that join Scentsy have never even tried it before. So don't just think about it as your brand new or as your customers. Rejection sucks. And it's not anything that you get used to without practice. So it's okay. And if somebody is ugly to you because you're offering them an opportunity, a blessing, then they're not your people and you shouldn't want them on your team anyway. And just because somebody may leave you on red and doesn't say anything, they're not rejecting you. They're rejecting an opportunity. And I need you guys to realize that you've just got to ask. And sitting in fear about what someone's going to think about you isn't going to change your life. And you're the one in control of that. You are the one in control of that. So ask yourself what's holding you back from asking them. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. If you haven't watched the 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, I highly encourage you to watch that. Don't let fear hold you back. And then also, when you hear a no, it's super important to remember that no doesn't mean no forever. Cindy, who is one of my downline directors, I was recruiting her, 3 years ago? Before Anna even joined, I was recruiting Cindy because she knew so much about Scentsy. And she said, no, I will never. She said, I will never sell Scentsy. And here she is, a director. So just because somebody says no right now doesn't mean no forever. And that's why you have a dream team list, so you can continue to build relationships with them. Because the key is in the follow-up. Because I'm going to be honest, there are very few people who I reach out to who join right away. Very few people. So continue to ask people and continue to build relationships with them. And then they're going to trust you. And then they're going to eventually come around. Because I've had so many people tell me that they will never do Scentsy. And then here they are 3 years later. And that's okay. Statistically, 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop following up with people. That goes for sales, that goes for sponsoring. Only 10% of people will follow up more than 3 times. And when I say follow up with somebody multiple times about joining, I'm not talking about it like every other week. They may say no or not right now or whatever, and then I'm going to continue to build a relationship with them, and then I'm going to follow up with them again 3 months from now when we have a join special or something like that. But if you aren't even asking them, stop saying no for them. That's not fair. That's not fair. So, and statistically, 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. Ask yourself, how many people on your dream team list have you been consistently trying to sponsor and consistently reached out to and had conversations with? Is it 5 times or more? And I'm not saying that to go and be annoying and badgering them. These are people that you're building relationships with. These are conversations where I'm like, yeah, I'll take your order, but I mean, you're already ordering $200. You should just join. That's a conversation. That's a way for you to drop a hint to somebody. And every single time that you're closing a party for a customer, if you're not offering them that kit and offering them to get paid back, you need to reframe that. So it's just super, super important that to know that yes, we all love to hear yes, and that hearing no is, I guess, like a negative. But if you're not hearing any no's, you're never going to get to a yes. Think about when I tell MJ no. She don't give a rat's tail if I tell her no. She's going to keep going because she's determined, and society hasn't taught her to stop right away when someone says no. She laughs and is like, okay. It's a challenge to her. And that's what I want you guys to realize. Live like MJ. Who cares who tells you no? She's going to do what she wants to do regardless. And same thing with me. I don't care who tells me no, because I know what I'm offering them can change their life. And I know what I'm offering them can be a blessing. And I think something else that kind of holds people back is, like, when they hear no, they don't really know what else to say, or they don't really know how to like respond. And I get that. And I have a video on my YouTube channel called the 3 F's of overcoming objections in sponsoring. It's the feel, felt, found method. If you have not watched that, I encourage you to go and watch that video, the feel, felt, found. It's on my YouTube. Because that is something that can really validate their feelings, because you want to make sure that when they do say no, or when they do say not right now, you have some type of response to give to them afterwards, instead of just being like, okay, peace out, because people know that you're just trying to recruit them for that reason. So you have to be willing to fail and to be bad at something to eventually be good at it. Because sponsoring is a learned technique. Sponsoring is something that is intentional. Sponsoring is not going to happen on accident. It's not going to happen just because you have a website or just because you post about it on social media. I never sponsor from that. I sponsor from relationships that I've built and all of the no's that I've heard, and learning from not asking people that have been on my dream team list because I was scared, and watching them join someone else's team. It sucks. But the only person that I can blame is myself. So the more no's that you're hearing, that's where the yeses live. The yeses live in the land of the no's. And so I encourage you to get off your butt, write down all of your dream team, and go get some no's. And I want you to reframe it. I want you to go for no's, because the more no's that you hear, it's going to lose its power. And that's what's happened to me. I've heard no a lot, and it doesn't faze me anymore, because you know what? They're still watching you. And they're going to watch you rise, and they're going to watch you be successful. And when you hear that no, when you hear it, you're on the road to success. You're on the road to finding a yes. But you have to go out there and open your mouth, because every single time your mouth is closed, your business is closed. When your mouth is closed, your business is closed. Period. You have to talk to people. I don't like talking to people, but I do it because I know how much this business can bless people. So you just have to recognize when no actually means no, or no means not right now, and they're scared. Because most of us were scared when we first joined. We didn't know what the heck we were doing. But finding people to join you is through consistency and persistence, and not letting no's hold you back. It's okay to feel defeated, but you just can't stay there. You have to get up every day and do something about it. So I'm going to challenge you to get 50 no's. 50. Because if you can challenge yourself to go and get 50 no's, there's gonna be people in there that you can write down for maybe not right now, but maybe in the future. So those are people you can follow up with. You may get some yeses. You don't know if you don't ask. So stop deciding for each other, and for other people. Feeling rejected or feeling defeated is a temporary feeling. Don't let a temporary feeling affect your 5-year dreams. because you're going to look back and be real sad that you did that. So go for the no. And when it comes to your dream team list, it should be anyone who you think is successful in life, anybody who is a really great customer, anybody who is very well connected, anybody who is really big within their church or their company, somebody that you just connect with on social media that's really positive, that brings a lot of value. You should not be afraid to write people down on your dream team list so you can be intentional. Because sponsoring is intentional. And if you need more advice about overcoming objections, there are videos on my YouTube channel, and I really suggest that you go and watch them so that you have some sort of frame of mind about how to respond to somebody if they say no, or if they say not right now. And if someone does say no, you can always say, well, what's holding you back? What's holding you back? And get a feel for what is holding them back. Okay? So I hope this was helpful. I am challenging you guys to go for the no. Stop being scared. Go out and get 50 no's. Go on my YouTube and watch those videos if you need some more advice, and get those dream team lists ready to go. And I can't wait to talk to you guys all about the incentive tomorrow night. Y'all have a great Monday.